Up in the ring, James J. Dillon waving around the flag that is the symbol of the two men he represents. But coming here to ringside comes Jose Lothario and Tiger Conway Jr. And they have brought a flag of their own. Here are the U.S. American Tag Team Champions proudly waving a banner, and Mr. James J. Dillon looks a little bit peaked. Let's get up and listen to Boyd Pierce.
This event, 2 out of 3 falls, 45-minute time limit for the U.S. American Tag Team title. Introducing first the challengers in the red corner, James J. Dillon presents Mr. Hito and Mr. Sakurada.
So these are the challengers.
Across the ring, the American Tag Team Champions, Jose Lothario and Tiger Conway Jr. Danny McShane and Bronco Lubitsch.
So the Tiger and Jose come in there properly escorted. And the battle here now is for the U.S. American Tag Team title. Jose with his partner, they stand there admiring the flag and talking about it. And James J. Dillon is vigorously waving the flag in some sort of a pre-match ceremony. And Tiger Conway Jr. is observing from the other corner, and he is just not moving. The Tiger is refusing to budge. Here we have a sprinkling of the salt ceremony by Mr. Sakurada, and we've got the Mr. Hito in the corner, who is doing some maneuvers that are generally accompanying sumo wrestling and not catch-as-catch-can wrestling. But of course, this in itself is a gesture of defiance and the essence of the Japanese art of sumo. Mr. Hito, he is not yet finished. There is Dillon with the completion of the ceremony. And now the colors are being put away. Tiger Conway Jr., who comes out now to to wave the flag and to wave it properly. And now we've got all colors removed from the ring, and this match is about ready to begin. We're ready now for the start of the battle for the U.S. American Tag Team title. And Jose Lothario steps in, and it's Mr. Sakurada. The challengers are the Orientals. Tough guys, and they are excellent when they couple their talents. Quick touch. I don't know which one of these two men rates as the toughest. And in a tag team match, it doesn't exactly matter. It only matters how well they pool their talents and how well they go about the business of matching what the opposition does. And Jose Lothario recognizes the fact that this man is not wearing shoes. He is wearing a type of foot covering that has only one toe in it. I don't believe they're tabbies, but I wouldn't call it that, but they are something that is a little bit more rugged than the usual one-toed affair you see people wearing in Japan. Twisting arm lock, and he works on that arm. Snatching away at it, trying to put the snap all the way up into the shoulder. And he turns and he jerks at it and he pulls at it, and in comes his partner. And you notice that he took advantage of it before he was called into the ring. He had the opening, and before the hold was broken, he had that blow under the arm. All of these little things count, and this is a sign of teamwork. This is a sign of people who have competed together frequently and who know each other's style and are really warmed up to it. Mr. Hito, again, getting the opportunity to get a free shot at the arm of Jose Lothario. Lothario trying to push over to Tiger Conway Jr., trying to get that hand that stuck out there to see if he can touch it. And there is the touch, and in comes Tiger Jr., and he gets a shot at Mr. Hito. Oh, man, he landed hard, solidly. The crotch, the lift, and the drop, and it is Mr. Hito who is taking the bouncing around. Here he goes. He captures that leg. He manages to wrap him up. Tiger Conway now moving in on the bald-pated Oriental, and he is caught in a side headlock. Pressure, that twisting, turning motion. There is that shoulder going in there again solidly, and Tiger whips him over. He's trying to set Sakurada up. Oh, man, he hit. And again, Sakurada is dropped flat on his back. And oh, what a racking kind of a fall. From here we can see Sakurada's face, and it is contorted in surprise and pain. Hito's back to you. He has a grip around the Tiger's head, holding him in tight there. There he goes. Shoulder butt, and Tiger adroitly avoids him. Quick switch around, and oh, how he threw him over that time. Tell you, this is a fast-moving tag team event, a fast-moving. And now Sakurada has not really accepted the touch that Hito was asking for. He did it rather reluctantly. You see him coming in to move over to the Tiger. Hammerlock. And the Japanese pushing it up the back of the Tiger. Now the crowd gets after Tiger with a little bit of support. They try to inspire him to come out of that hold and to take care of things on his own, but he's having his problems. Sakurada's tough. He is capable. And as he gets down there in a figure four arm lock, he keeps Conway glued closely to the canvas. Crowd again. They egg Tiger into motion just a bit ago. Now they go at it once again. Jose in the background, hollering to Tiger, offering to come into that ring. You see him now moving over on the other side, and as he does, he is able to get a foot, but that's all. And Hito takes over, and whoa, here is a double arm stretch and jerking him from both sides. Tiger's in trouble right now, and he knows it. He is moving to get into a position from which he can protect himself just a little better, and the touch is to Sakurada. They come in, and he takes over legally this time. Arm bar. And Conway starts pushing into him, starts maneuvering and trying to get over to touch with Lothario. That the Japanese was able to snatch him by the hair because his partner came into the ring and distracted the referees. And now Jose is trying to get the referees to break the hold, but they are adamant and saying they didn't see it. So young Tiger's in trouble, and here is the wallop and the punishment. Tiger is catching a lot of flack in there, and it is hard to take. There's that freewheeling foot. Sakurada adding to it on the outside, and Conway is partly outside and partly inside as the Japanese get into a position to argue. And I told you they cooperated to help each other. They keep after him and go to work on him for sure. And now Lothario in trying to battle with he was trying to battle with Sakurada, and the referees pushed him aside. There, Tiger Conway outside and trying to maneuver in. Sakurada laying it in there, and Tiger moves over right smack into Jose for a touch. And we've got Lothario uncorking. Oh, he drove it into the mouth of Sakurada. Here is Hito catching the same kind of punishment. Smashed him right in there. Here's Tiger now coming in to lay it into Mr. Hito. Conway, and he found his target. Jose got out of the way. We could have a fall. There it is. Listen to the uproar and listen and see those people here as the champions take the first fall. A great move by Jose Lothario and Tiger Conway Jr. They have taken the first fall in this battle. And we tell you this, that despite the protestations of James J. Dillon, we'll be back here in a moment, right after we have this word from the studio. James J. Dillon is trying to get an extension of the time period here, and the crowd is hollering for the referee not to give it. It has not been given. Hito is in bad shape. He has not yet risen up, but Sakurada comes in to face Jose, and we've got Tiger in there too. They're coming in pairs and trying to get both of them at the same time. So Tiger goes out. Mr. Sakurada goes out. Mr. Hito stays in, and Jose, as he clenched the fist that time, was given the vote of the people to lay it in there and drop him down. So Mr. Hito catching punishment from Lothario. And oh, how Lothario laid that one in. Sakurada views with distaste the possibility of going in there and facing Lothario. He is not eager, but eager or not, it's his turn, and Jose is ready. As the test of strength as they reach out and look for the advantage in the bending of the hands. McShane watching closely. Monkey flip. Jose landed hard, and Sakurada come up in a bridge and rolled over on top of him. But Jose's shoulders are fairly close as fans now start to encourage him. There's the test of balance and strength. Sakurada trying to press him down, and Jose fighting by constant movement from one shoulder to another, so that the Japanese is forced to change his position. This could be it. There's one. Lothario on a bridge, and Sakurada takes a body scissor, but that was a mistake on his part, because Jose was able to roll out of the bridge and come up. Even though he's caught in a scissor hold, he's in a better position than he was a while ago. And they're still battling over possession of those hands. A little bit of leverage in both directions. As Sakurada rocks from one shoulder to another, he's trying the same defense that Lothario used, but in this particular case, the whoops, scissor going back on, but Lothario is reacting against it. Shoulders close, jackknife. Lothario, as he keeps him doubled up, makes him fight to avoid being pinned. But let's see what happens here with this new approach. Well, he exposed a broad area, and Lothario took advantage of it. Twisting arm lock. As Tiger comes in, he gets a good, solid grip on that arm. Now he has bent the arm. This takes away some of Tiger's advantage, but he has come back here again to straighten it out and to add to the troubles of Mr. Sakurada. The Japanese now trying to do the same thing, but it hasn't exactly worked for him. There's the touch. They do touch, and in comes Hito, trying chops. Here is a cobra hold. Hito applies a cobra hold, and it can develop into a strangle, the manner in which he's applying it. He has switched that to a reverse chin lock, and I don't think this one's a strangle, but I'm not the referee, and I'm not in Tiger's position, so the hold has changed frequently since it was first put into operation. Tiger's catching a succession of punishments around the head. 5 minutes have gone by, and this the second fall of this battle here at the Sam Houston Coliseum in Houston, Texas. And the grip again, as he slips his arm under, becomes a grip that can change into a sleep hold. The touch, Sakurada comes in and takes advantage of the fact that Tiger was being held down close to the canvas. He gets the same grip around the head, hoping, of course, to follow up on whatever success Mr. Hito had. Tiger fighting up, looking for a flying mare, trying to pull him over his head if he can. Didn't work. Sakurada, when you throw Tiger into the ropes, you'd better know what you're doing. He can turn that into a win. This might help. And Jose come in there just in the proverbial nick of time to get the Tiger out from underneath. Tiger's taking bad punishment there. This is a tough spot for him. A tough spot. Hito. A couple of handfuls of hair, and that kept his hands occupied, and he was open for Tiger's wallop. And Tiger's fighting him off on both sides. And here he goes for a front headlock, but the headbutt's going to be his best friend. Notice how Hito hung on to him that time and just dragged him in there. Jose Lothario gets his chance to chop away at a man who favors the chop. He's trying to set him up now for the oh, a beauty. He hit him in the jaw, his feet went out from under him, and he slid across the canvas on his posterior. Jose's favorite form of punishment, the extended toe hold, which he uses so well. Hito, and it could be the fall. Hito lost the first fall, you got to remember that. And here is Jose Lothario trying to make it two straight. Notice how he's got that leg pushed up there, using his own foot as the means of applying the pressure. And Hito trying to talk him out of it. But Jose doesn't speak Japanese, and Hito's English is atrocious. That was the ends of the fingers, the hands, the nails ripped across Lothario's face that time. And he found it. He found it again. Oh, he clobbered him beautifully. Lothario came down that time to drop his leg across the throat of Mr. Hito, but it didn't work out. James J. Dillon was able to drag him over there. And here is Sakurada on top after that bit of tag teamsmanship. Falls are even. The challengers. The challengers now are all even, and so are the champions. We will have a third and deciding fall, and that will come up right after we have this word from the studio. The bell hasn't sounded, but Tiger Conway Jr. was in there trying to defend his partner, and it was necessary. So we've got this thing starting off in wild fashion as Sakurada gets on top of Jose Lothario, but Tiger is chased out of the ring by the referees, and Jose is going to have to fight his way up to his feet. So whether not by his own choice, Lothario is starting off this fall. He lost the second fall, and Hito and Sakurada are out there trying to make sure that he stays on the floor. At least Sakurada is. There's Tiger to help free his partner from the attack. So Tiger has leaped out now to stand over Jose and defend him, unless, of course, Sakurada comes off that top rope, and he is likely to. The count is going on. Hito standing there ready to meet Lothario, and they put him in jeopardy immediately and run a block in front of the referee. Tough move by the Japanese now to whip Jose Lothario. That belly breaker, and now a guillotine drop, and Lothario is ripe for the picking. Hito, tough guy in there with a chin lock and trying to force the issue by pressing well into Jose Lothario here. The quick touch, and of course the way they keep switching, he doesn't have a chance to get set. But now with the stomach claw, he may. It's Jose Lothario boring in there, trying to grab away at the midsection and to force him down to the canvas and to force him to quit. Sakurada having his problems. The strong hand of Lothario, but Sakurada has been able to twist around and touch a bad break for Lothario because he had his man pretty far away from satisfaction. It was his own driving effort into Sakurada that pushed him around in a circle and got him into the corner. But now it's Hito, and Hito is catching it solidly. Lothario goes to touch Tiger Conway Jr. and makes it. Conway at his best. He's got both of them in there, and he has driven Sakurada out of the ring. Sakurada has touched. He's in legally. Ooh, they caught him hard up against that turnbuckle. And again, the pair of them go driving in there. Here again, the pair of them working over Tiger as the referees go to push him aside. And Mr. Hito coming up to, and that's cooperation. Coming from both directions, and Tiger Conway almost had his head knocked off.
Mr. Hito and Mr. Sakurada.
And the winners and the new holders of the U.S. American Tag Team title, Mr. Hito and Sakurada. And Tiger Conway Jr. is in a bad spot here with the solid crack he received right across the throat.